So hello everyone, welcome back to the third video in our Plotly dashboard tutorial series. In the last two videos, we created a basic dashboard and then enhanced it by adding a population trend line chart. If you have followed along, you now have a dashboard that shows top 10 populous countries by continent and their population trends over time. So now in this video, we are going to take it one step further by adding a pie chart to visualize the population share by continent for a selected year. So let's get started. So what you will learn in this video, you will learn how to dynamically select the year from a drop down, how to group and summarize population data by continent, how to use Plotly Express to create an interactive pie charts, and how to integrate these new charts into our existing dashboards layout. So now let's move towards the code and understand how we can bring the pie chart to life. We will start by adding a new dropdown to select the year, followed by a pie chart that will visualize the population distribution among continents for that specific year. So we start by creating a Python dictionary called year columns. This dictionary acts like a bridge between the years a user will select from dropdown and the actual column names in our dataset that holds the population values for those years. For example, if a user selects 2022 in the dropdown, and the dictionary will point to the column 2022 population in the dataset. So this approach helps us keep the code cleaner and more dynamic, so we don't have the hard-code column names throughout the app. So this will help easily reference the population column based on the year selected by the user. Next, we go into our app.layout section. So this is where we define the visual layout of our dashboards. So in these steps, we are adding two new components to visualize the population share by continent through pie chart. First, we insert a drop-down that allows user to select a year. So this drop-down will present options like 2000, 2010, 2015, 2020, and 2022, which come from our year column dictionary. So when a user selects a different year, the pie charts will automatically update to show data for that years. So now let's take a look at the code that adds a year drop-down to our layout. So here we begin by adding a label using HTML dot label function. Select year for population share by continent, which gives users a clear indications of what this drop-down is for. So then we use the dcc dot drop-down function component to actually build the drop-down menu. Inside this drop-down, the first things we do assign it an ID equals to year drop-down. So this ID essentially because we will later use it callback function that listen for user selection and update the pie charts accordingly. Next, we provide the list of drop-down option using option equals to label here. Value year. So here we loop over the key in our year column dictionary, and for each key which is a year, we create a dictionary with a label and the value. So this means users will see options like 2000, 2010, 2015, 2020, and 2022 in the drop down. We also set a default value using a value equals to 2022. So when the app first loads, the pie chart will be based on the 2022 population data. And finally, we apply a bit of styling using style equals to in the curly bracket with 300 px to make sure the drop down has a consistency and the clean width in our layout. Right below the drop down, we add bcc.graph function. Here we add a parameter id equals to pie charts. So this lines doesn't display anything just yet, but it reserves a spot in our layout where the pie charts will appear once it's generated by our callback function. So this combinations allows us the user to select a year and instantly so how population is distributed across the continents in that year. Now we will write the new callback function that's update the pie charts whenever the user select a different year from the drop down. So this helps us generate a new pie charts based on the population data for the selected years. So here first we defined a callback that's listened for changes in the year drop down. Specifically, we are watching for changes to the value selected by the user. Once a year is selected, that value gets passed in our function as a selected year. The first thing we do in the functions in retrieve the actual column name from our year columns dictionary. So if someone selects 2015, we convert that into the string 2015 population, which is in the name of the column in our dataset that holds the population data for that year. Next, we group the entire dataset by the continent column. And for each continent, we sum the population using dot sum functions. So this gives us the total population of each continent for the selected year. And then we reset the index so that we get a clean data frame to work with. And then pass it into a plot.t px.py function. In these functions, we tell Plotly what the values are, which is our selected year's population column, and what the labels are, which is a continent. We also set a title that dynamically includes the selected year. You can add here to whole equals to 0.4 to turn the pie charts into a donut charts. And lastly, we call update underscore traces functions to show both the percentage and the label for each segment on the pie chart. So this way the pie charts becomes interactive and reflect the user's selected years, providing a clear view of how the world's population was distributed across the continent in that particular year. So once the everything added, we end the script with the usual run command here. So now let's run this code. Now let's run this code and launch our app in the browser. So once the app opens, you will notice three key visual sections. First, you will see the continent drop down at the top, and right below it a bar chart showing the top 10 populous countries in the selected continent for that year 2022. Second, there's the country selections drop down for a population trend. When you selected one or more countries here, the line charts below the display how the population has changed over time. from year 2002 to 2022 for those selected countries. And now in this video, we have added a new and interactive sections. The year selection dropped off, followed immediately by the pie chart. So this sections is designed to enhance user interactions and data exploration. Here how it works. The drop down at the top lets you can choose a specific year, and based on your selection, the pie charts below dynamically update the reflect the continent wise population share for that particular year. So these features provide a seamlessly way to analyze how the global population is distributed across the different continents over time. So in the current view, we have selected the year 2020, and the widgets gives us a visually appealing and easy to understand breakdown. The largest portion of the chart in Asia, holding a significantly 59.2% of the world population, and followed by Africa with 17.9%. Other continents like Europe, 9.32%, North America, 7.53%. So this new section is especially helped for a quick insights and comparative analysis, as it's offer a clear, intuitive snapshot of population distribution without needing to dive into raw number or complex tables. So together, these charts offer a rich interactive view into the world population data. So that's it for this video. In this video, we look our dashboards a step further by adding interactive pie charts that shows population share by continent for year chosen by the user. We walk through the process of creating a drop-down for year selections, explain how to organize the data using group by function to calculate the total population per continent, and visualize it all with the plotly ex.py functions to create a intuitive pie charts. We also update the chart dynamically using a callback that respond to user input from the drop-down. So these additions make our dashboards even more powerful and insightful. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.